So welcome to it. It's the final concluding Group H match of this Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup. Black Stars of Ghana up against Sky Blue of Uruguay. I'm your match commentator Matimba Nkonje, alongside former Black Stars captain and coach, and that's Charles Akno Sike. Big game it is. 2 changes made by the Black Stars in terms of the last first 11, and also we've got Uruguay of tinkered with us
from the early game, and I think with them need to be focused and forget about 2010. Uruguay must win. It's a must win for them, and so it becomes very difficult for both sides.
Well, certainly difficult, and we're already seeing some physical play coming through here.
Yep.
Jose Jimenez being the one that got stuck in there in that challenge that came through from Kudus. It's good to go, the Atletico Madrid centre back. Clearly Daniel Seibet having a word with Kudus. So this is the man with a lot of pressure, really. Also Otto Addo, the 47-year-old Black Stars coach. Was once Ghana assistant manager, but now at the helm of the coaching job for the Black Stars. Attacked by Uruguay. And the physical challenges really is what looks like will be presented in this match. Ball meant for Suarez. Throw in it is for Uruguay. So it's part 2 of this meeting between these two sides. Safe to say that Uruguay has never lost against African opposition, so they'll fancy that that luck may continue here against the Black Stars. Goal kick it is. That was cover that came through from Muhammad Salisu. It's not giving chance in terms of the cross to come through from Pelistri.
I think it's Uruguay. The Uruguay was the last to touch the ball, and so it was a very good decision.
Pelistri, one of the changes that have been made, but this is Diego Alonso, the 47-year-old coach for this Uruguay side. Obviously, in the recent past, Oscar Tabarez was in charge of the business for the Uruguayan side, but in comes Diego Alonso. That's a good play from the back by Ghana. Nicely clean up. Second ball past the defense. Long ball was made to get captain Andre Ayew. Sergio Rocher should easily be able to deal with this one. The 29-year-old goalkeeper for this Uruguayan side. On the left now, Matias Oliveira. Pressure not being made so far by this Uruguayan side. Nicely nicked away by the Black Stars. Now Andre Ayew. Good pressure by Ghana with Kudus. They can break even and they can bomb forward. This looks like a good chance for them. Space they've got as well. Good control by Nunes, and at the edge of the box, he was hoping to get something. Darwin Nunes, Liverpool man. The Bulls come here, and again Salisu involved.
Yeah, of course, he was very tight on him, and that would be very easy for Nunes to get a penalty. I mean, it was a body contact, but nothing.
It's always like that. Grand players have got this great trickery of falling all over the place, and they can really buy the referee into it. So Ghana really has to watch their back, especially. Speaking of which, it's interesting to note that CK, since 20, certainly they have to. Writing on history is just one thing, even as FIFA President Infantino at the Al Janabu Stadium. Jordan Ayew's contribution in the last game, not doubted. His crosses really all the time gave a lot of problem to the South Korean side.
He was really good. He gave us, a lot of options to score goals, and it was good.
Nice link-up play, good change of passes. Suarez involved as well. Looking for some overlap on the right here with Matias Oliveira, but again, the defensive work at the heart of the defense for the Ghanaian side. Suarez now, and good cover. In terms of the cross not coming through. We almost thought that it was out. in terms of the ball. We saw that yesterday. There's so much debate and controversy. All the socials really discussing about yesterday's Japanese goal.
Whether it was out or not on the line, yeah.
The exchange. Edge really looking very interesting, and we'll keep you posted with what will be coming through. As we speak, Portugal have taken the lead, so it's South Korea 0 and Portugal 1. It means that should Portugal win this one, they'll go to 9 points. And if it ends this way, Ghana will finish on 4 points, Korea on 1, Uruguay on 2. So much permutations. This match being played simultaneously at the same time, kicking off. These are the Black Stars supporters. It's a big day in Ghana as well because it's Farmers' Day. Really, farmers do produce. So we're hoping, if you're a Ghanaian fan, that they'll be able to produce a result here. Foul on Kudos by Rodrigo Bentaka. Kudos really has come out, was one of those revelations for this tournament.
It's sort of a game changer for Ghana. And the other day when we played to Korea, we got a final goal for us, for Ghana, and it's been, so to say, a game changer.
Which right here in the Al Janapu Stadium, some Chelsea Football Club scouts have actually made the trip to have a closer look and eye on Mohamed Kudus, who's going on the books of the Dutch Eredivisie side Ajax Amsterdam. Anticipate that after the World Cup there may be a lot of movements as the foul comes through from Ghana on Ferreira. So much energy in terms of the support from his Black Stars supporters. Some of them, even when you ask them what is who scored, they'll just not even be able to identify who scored, but they know that maybe the Black Stars would have scored. Attack for Ghana. That was a good block. Pass not coming through from Inaki Williams. It was a good block by Rodrigo. Throw in for Ghana with Alidu. Starting today in place of Gideon Mensah. That was rather a surprising decision by Coach Otto Addo to leave out Mensah. It's also about how Ghana conceded those goals against South Korea. Now pressure on Ghana. Good ball as well. Looking for an opportunity here. Shoulder challenge. Not inside. And no Blue Sky player to meet that ball. But that was some best of pace that came through on the right side of the Uruguay attack. Ghana really must be very careful not to lose the ball in the middle of the path there.
Yeah, you have Pedri, is it Pedri? And the other guy can run very deep, and so they try to put the ball behind the defenders for to stretch the Ghana defenders.
At the back, composure build up yet again. Starting with Amate, very much involved in the Ghana build-up. Seeing it in the 2 matches already that they've played. So as it stands, Portugal and Ghana will qualify if the results stay as is. Of course, this will keep changing as long as results from this venue and also from the Korea-Portugal match keep coming through. Niktawe and flag up from second assistant Foitin Raphael for that seemingly an illegal challenge on Salisi.
Yeah, it was a tackle from behind. Okay, he didn't get the ball. Yeah. It's a foul.
Valverde, the guilty one there. Giving chance for the Ghana players to even orchestrate and start some movement from the back. Really, they're pressing so high in terms of defending is this Uruguayan side. This is one that they look for that ball, but too much for Darwin Nunes. Appreciation of that pass from the 23-year-old Nunes. It's one that the Uruguayan side will be looking forward to, as was the case when Edson Cavani came on the scene for the Uruguayan side. So eyes on Luis Suarez, the 35-year-old, now back playing local football in the Uruguayan League for Nacional, which is one of the big sides in terms of Uruguayan football, club football that is. Throw taken by Alidu. So 10 minutes played in the first half. Black Stars nil, Blue Sky nil. Difficult ball for Juremo Varare to hold on. So Edson Cavani on the subs bench. One of the changes that has been made by Uruguay this evening. They're going to be given a run out later on should the first 11 that have come through not be able to deliver. Ghana take a short throw in, lost possession there. So Baba Rahman came off the bench in the last game for Ghana, today starting. Maybe Diego Alonso thinking this may just be an opportunity for them to advance further. He's currently on a contract of having been given the Uruguayan coaching job on the 1st of January 2022, going all the way to December 31, 2025. So it's about 3 years for him. Good enough for a coach to come up with something. Inside now for Ghana, opportunity to look for an early move. Many unforced errors coming through from the Ghanaian side this evening, so much in a hurry to get something in the process, lose out on possession.
Uruguay seem to be sort of a little bit ahead in terms of fighting for the ball in the middle. It's causing Ghana problem because they seem to attack and give passes that will lead to a goal scoring opportunity.
Foul by Samidou Salisi Abdou. This match has really finally come through, having created so much hype during the draws. Cross comes through. And the first action of Lawrence Atizigi tells you really Uruguay have been on the back foot. It's taken us 12 minutes to see Atizigi being brought to duty. Did a very good job, I must say, during the game against South Korea.
He was superb.
Now urging everyone to go forward. Atizigi, the 25-year-old goalkeeper for the Black Stars. Now they walk forward. This could be some real threat and danger now for Ghana. Nunes will always be that one point of reference that the Uruguayan side will look for every ball, and Ghana must be very careful and wary of the danger that he can bring through. Now, good cut inside by Williams. The expense also of giving away possession, and Sebastian Coates is a guilty one there, the Sporting CP defender.
Yeah, that was a ball in the middle, and of course they were able to get through to Nunes, and it was dangerous, but Ghana were quickly able to cover quickly. They are a little bit sharper than the Ghanaian method, which is somehow it's eliminated yet. But
attack by Ghana, Alidu Seydou for some command in terms of possession is Ghana. Mate with that pass. In terms of not chance given to Inaki Williams. His brother was in action yesterday, even as prayers are coming through from these Ghanaian supporters. Certainly divine intervention has to probably kick in here. Talking about Nico Williams yesterday for the Spaniards who were beaten by Japan. What a comeback for the Blue Samurai to beat Spain by 2-1, thereby finishing top of that group. Cleared from the back by Mohamed Salisu. For Ghana.
Oh, okay. So it's probably offside, maybe through Dede Ayew. But a very good effort from Jordan, you know. Why not? He got the ball from the other side and made sure he made attempt that goal.
Quarter of an hour played here. Scoreless between Ghana and Uruguay. Referee again, Daniel Seibet, consulting VAR. Something might just come through here. The possibility of a penalty, probably.
Yeah.
So consultation happening. Duncan Bastian is the one that is leading the VAR room. Possibility for a possible penalty here, and all eyes on the German match official, who also works as a teacher. Sergio Roche looking for the possibility. So VAR now to be consulted, and it may just be trouble here for Uruguay. The bench for Uruguay all upstanding, some consultation now. VAR possibilities for a penalty. There was a training leg on Mohamed Kudus. He did beat the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but I was wondering what he whistled for. I thought it was offside for Dede.
It was for Dede, but now.
But this is clear penalty.
This is for the incident of the touch on Mohamed Kudus.
Yeah, it's a clear penalty.
Well, let's see what VAR will have to say here. Because the touch on the ball, he was nowhere in terms of getting closer to the ball. So let's see now what the decision will be from Daniel Seibet. Suarez trying to do some protestations. Looks like it's a penalty for Ghana. So then Ghana given a lifeline here. The goalkeeper claim innocence, but VAR yet again has kicked in, and an opportunity for Ghana to take the lead here. Penalty, almost like deja vu in the game in 2010. And unfortunately in 2010, Asamoah Gyan missed for the Black Stars. So a chance here for Ghana to take the lead. And it's Andre Ayew who looks like he'll be the one that will be given this responsibility to take this one for the Black Stars. Pressure really on Diego Alonso, not what he hoped for. But on the other side, Otto Addo, feeling that a chance for revenge can just start with this penalty that has been awarded to the Black Stars. The Uruguayan players still making the protestations ahead of referee.
What are you doing?
He has to take charge. A yellow card will be coming through. Nunes into the ref's book for that unsportsmanship behavior. There's so much tempers that are beginning to fly in here. Confirmation. Nunes becomes the first player to be booked. Former Benfica midfielder who's now in the books of Liverpool. So chance for African pride in Ghana to take its penalties. Andre Ayew. Likes of Luis Suarez praying that to be second time lucky. So Andre Ayew, the 32-year-old captain for Black Stars, with this chance to put Ghana in the lead here. Ayew versus Sergio Roche. It's always pressure on the penalty taker, not the goalkeeper.
That's right.
And this is the case as well. Carrying the expectations and the weight of the nation and the continent is Andre Ayew with his penalty. And save! That was a poor one. So it looks like Ghana and then the failure for them to score from penalties against Uruguay continues. Wow, what a missed chance for Ghana to have taken the lead here. Andre Ayew with a missed chance there. This will certainly give a lot of hope for this Uruguay side now to push forward. Luis Suarez. Nunes. And taken out safety first by Ghana.
Oh, it was a little bit poor. Poor taking, and he saw it. The goalkeeper saw it too early. You know, he went there at the right time, got it, and I think there wasn't any too much power behind the ball. Sometimes the ball could go there all right. The goalkeeper could go there all right, but if there was power behind the ball, it could have been.
Well, now he has to really fight for every ball, Andre Ayew. And I can foresee a red card in this match, really, from what I've seen so far. Yeah. Tempers are really very high between both sets of players. The physical challenge play coming in and kicking in. What a chance missed by the Ausadi player, Andre Ayew. certainly familiar territory for Andre Ayew. Remember, he plays club football here in Qatar. But again, he was very predictable. He's literally left-footed and committed himself.
Exactly. Committed himself. It was predictable what he was doing, what he was about to do. The keeper saw it and not too good.
Inteta here, Charles Akno. Against you, a lot of time for Ghana to make amends with that missed opportunity. But again, it's such chances that
you can
come and haunt you now. This is a good ball. Opportunity for Nunes! And cleared out. That's a masterpiece save. It was certainly headed for goal, but Muhammad Salisu keeping Ghana in the game.
Between Salisu and Amate, they've done a very good job. Pair. He lost the ball in the middle as well. Amate was a bit slow. And the awareness of where he should be, Salisu, I think, is a great defending job he done. He was aware Davis' ball was going to, and therefore he went there early enough to be able to save the situation.
Seems Ghana is yet to shrug off the South Africa 2010 skirmishes. Corner it is for Uruguay. But what a missed chance, and a let off for Uruguay from that's a penalty that has been missed. Corner taken. Cleared out at the near post by Muhammad Salisu. That's top drawer defensive work that has been done by the Saint Southampton defender, because that one was headed for goal and in the net.
The problem now is for Ghana, it seems to be aggressive in the middle. They try to win the second ball or the first ball every time, and if it keeps going like that, creating chances for them, for the Uruguayans, it will be a very difficult match for Ghana.
Neither side can allow any slip up here. Good ball, cleared out of the defense. This is composure really from the right side from Alidou Seydou. Oh, just how that penalty miss has made this Uruguayan side to come out very confident now. They know it's all to play for at this stage. Throw taken. Valverde. Looking for a cross from Varela. Headed out by the Black Stars defense, but Stu. Miscommunication there. That pass was meant for Luis Suarez. Interesting to see how Andre Ayew come out with this one. This is how it all happened in terms of the penalty. Issues about Andre Ayew, he was actually onside and not side, so yeah.
That's good. I thought he was offside. I thought the referee actually whistled for offside. And then you saw this situation. I mean,
certainly a right call by the referee, because the goalkeeper was nowhere really bringing down Mohamed Kudus. How about this?
He was really slow in his action. The way he approached the ball was wrong, and it was also predictable.
Well, speaking of how penalties have been expertly taken at this tournament, so what Bruno Fernandes was able to do for the Portuguese side, that game that they won by 2-0.
Yeah.
It's Uruguay, that was. Ball brought inside, missed by everyone. Suarez here, chance for Uruguay! And it's a goal! 1-0. Uruguay take the lead here. Early shot from Suarez, finished by Giordani Araceita, and Uruguay have taken the lead here. Ghana's missed penalty has come back to haunt them now. And the pressure on the Black Stars now. His 9th in 42 appearances for the Sky Blue. And certainly love for Uruguay will be shown here. So then, now the tide and tempo has changed. But the earlier attempt for Suarez and all returned for a goal.
They are very good in recovering, winning the ball quickly. And that's what they've been doing since the game started. They've always been winning the ball. And of course, in this situation, they were not really. Seydou was the last person to get the ball. Even Amate was also there to get the ball. He couldn't, and Seydou as well. And of course, Suarez had his composure, made an attempt, and Pedri, I think, finished it. And at the last minute, last second, he was there to head the ball in.
It's a direct replacement for Vecino and Uruguay. Taking the lead here. Let's confirm it, shall we? Ghana nil, Uruguay 1. So what that means now is if it ends this way, shot on goal, and Ghana really at 6s and 7s. The in disarray at this stage, really looking like a team that had to recover from that missed penalty, because they're not sitting very pretty in terms of defending.
Even before the penalty, they were winning most of the balls, you know. And once they win the ball, they are quick to go. Ghana seems to be a little bit slow in the way they are always somebody. The only person who is able to do this, to pick the ball and control affairs, is Kudus.
A team that if it ends this way, Portugal will move to 7 points. Ghana will remain on 3, South Korea on 2, and Uruguay will join Portugal into the round of 16. So pressure now on the Black Stars as things stand.
Yeah.
Very pleased with what's happening. It will be Diego Alonso. Of course, he was a striker during his playing days. Also played for Atletico Madrid in the Spanish La Liga. He is the coach for this Uruguayan side. Throw for Black Stars. Looking for a shot from range. Salisu on the right. Seidu. Should be easy pickings for goalkeeper Sergio Rochet, who has so far saved that penalty. So this is how it looks like. It ends this way. Portugal and Uruguay will qualify to the round of 16 at the expense of Ghana. And some consultation here between Otto Adu.
Watching.
They have to master up something and conjure up something there, because really it's beginning to turn out to be one-way traffic. Valverde for the Uruguayan side. Good ball as well made by Pelistri. Captain Ayu, and a strong bang on the head from Rodrigo on Captain Andre Ayu.
It is a difficult moment for him after losing out on the penalty. You know, you have to be strong enough to get yourself together, but he's doing his best. The main issue is how they seem to be winning ball possession, midfield, especially in the midfield. They are quick to organize themselves. The Uruguayans quick to organize themselves and then gain possession.
Of course, that goal by Uruguay is the first one for this World Cup for the Uruguayan side. Foul on Luis Suarez. Let's say about how many times he'll probably be buying himself, and that's thought of the referee from such one-on-one situations.
He's clever. I mean, you wouldn't say it's a big foul, but it's an inch, but he's good in doing that and getting the foul for him, in favor of him.
So Luis Suarez playing his 137th match for the Uruguayan side. Of course, having made his debut on the 7th of February in 2007. Such an important cult member of this Uruguay side. Disappointed so far, the Black Stars side supporters, but with half an hour played, still a lot of time. The drama, the suspense, the intrigue that has been presented in this World Cup. It's anything to go by, then we're in second. Now there's a chance here, 2-0. And really now it's turning out to be a nightmare. 2 goals for Giordani Arasaita, and now it's becoming more and more difficult. 2 goals within a space of 5 minutes, and Uruguay are looking like they're marching and cruising to the next round of 16 here. Oh, the Flamingo striker is really finding himself good spaces, and so 10 goals in 11 appearances, and now Ghana have to rethink about the strategy.
Because the game was developed from the middle, slowly. The true pass, which, you know, And then, of course, Suarez, with his rich experience, knew exactly where Pedri was, and he gave a fantastic pass brilliantly. Pedri was also able to finish it. Very good work from
A chance for Atizigi there in terms of things change. Uruguay failed to score in the first and second matches, and they managed to score 2 against Ghana here. Certainly the man of the moment. Just how they're not giving him chance. I think the potency and threat that is being created by the threesome, lonesome of Nunes, Suarez, and Georgian. 2 goals in 2 matches, really, within a space of 5 minutes. They're leaving so much space. Injury concern in the meantime for Rodrigo here, the Tottenham Hotspur midfielder. At the heart, in terms of the central midfield for this.
I said Pedri. It was Georgian who scored the 2 goals. That's him. He's been spectacular in the way they attack. He's been very, very good. And cleverly, the ball was given to Georgian from Suarez, which brilliantly finished well.
Also, Nunes was involved in that build-up.
Ghana has been in that sense.
Substitution for the Uruguayan side. It's an injury concern. Rodrigo goes off. It's the first change, Matias Vecino, who started in the last game, the Lazio central midfielder. It's a like-for-like, comes in. So Vecino Matias, the 31-year-old, introduced as the first change of the evening here, with 34 minutes played in the first stanza. The Black Stars really staring and looking at the prospect of being bombed out before the round of 16.
A bit disorganized as it stands now. They're not compact. There's a little bit space in between them. The passes were given through, and so they need to get themselves organized in that manner.
Just how they've this Uruguayan side have made Ghana look very disoriented.
They can be seen as a very rough team sometimes. They're very rough. They knew exactly what they have to do to Ghana to probably gain possession and disorganize them. And that's what they've done. As it's now, they are in a very comfortable situation.
I think the mistakes that are being created by Ghana in the midfield have somewhat exposed what was a strong defense for this Black Star side because of the 2 many balls that have been lost. And of course, if there's one player who really hasn't come out through to the party this evening, it's Jordan Ayew. For me, a serious candidate to be substituted with 10 minutes remaining in this first stanza.
I mean, the entire team have been quiet. They've not been able to play the way they ought to play. We saw them in the Ghana against Korea. They were very good, in terms of possession. They were quick in action. Today, it's not the same story.
It's really a timid performance that has come through from this Black Star side. Again, such situations. Cleared out from the back, looking for Suarez. Picked up by the Black Stars, back to goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi. What Ghana needs at this stage is at least to reduce the 2-0 deficit to at least 1 heading to the halftime break, because if they don't do that, it may just be a problem coming into the second half for this Uruguayan side.
That would give them a lot of hope, going into the second half. If they get a goal, it will really help.
Looking for some space here. This could be a chance from Bench. Good block. Just need a bit of medical attention because that ball did hit the areas of a man that can be very uncomfortable at this stage.
Yes, Kudus was very good in turning, and of course, attempt at goal was brilliant. He's been good so far in the Ghana team. He's been the only person who's doing the job. Kudus.
I thought it was something of serious concern. The ball actually did not hit in the midriff or anywhere. The others good protection. Corner now for Ghana. Headed out by Luis Suarez. Complementing the defense is the Uruguayan captain, helping out in terms of defensive duties. Also doing quite a good corner at the near post here from the Black Stars. Made in the box. Again, this is poorly done by the Black Stars in similar fashion from Ayew. Who's in all sorts this evening is Jordan, are you the Crystal Palace man? 8 minutes to the halftime break here. The Black Stars trail 2-0. And really a lot of pressure for coach Otto Addo. Really is playing this Addo, 15 appearances for the Black Stars and 2 goals to his name. Now, pressure really shown on the faces of these Black Stars supporters who have stopped the drumming here. And I think it's at this time that really they need to rally the team back. They need to learn 1 or 2 ideas from the Japanese blue, the samurai supporters who go on despite their team being down. Ball on the left now for Matias Oliveira. Played back at the heart of the defense. For Uruguay at this stage, look like it's what they had planned for in terms of the first half, but there's more trouble here for the Black Stars. 2 against 1. Good dummy in the box. Show me your number. Again, Suarez just fighting. You go down. You always want to buy the referee into it. So Ghana must really be very careful. Sabit calling for the action there to be retaken because there was a foul that came through from Valverde.
Guys like Suarez are very experienced. They will provoke the referee. They will do a lot of things to make the referee look sometimes stupid. But they will keep on fighting. They will fight. Team organization, as far as Uruguay are concerned, are better than the Ghana team. They are a bit more organized than the Ghana team.
I think also for Ghana, really, for me, they came into this match, at least up to this stage, my analysis opinion, with a lot of respect for this Uruguayan side, which still, remember in the 2010 incident.
They've allowed this 2010 issue eating up.
Now, in the meantime, maybe we've spoken too early. There's a chance here for Ali Duseidu. Goalkeeper calls and collects. Sergio Rochet. Led for AZ Akma in the Dutch Eredivisie. Really sad faces here.
Well, we still, the game is on. We still got about more than 45 minutes to go, and plus some additional time, and we will see. The Ghana team has been too quiet. They're not really into this game. They are not organized. It looks like
Barrera will get the throw in for Uruguay. One of the 2 players actually clubmates of Georgian, the goal scorer, both playing football for Flamengo in the Brazilian league. The 2 players in the first 11 for the Uruguayan side, expansively assembled is this Uruguayan side. Looking for support now are the Black Stars. This match very keenly followed in Accra, Kumasi, Sekondi, and all the towns in Ghana. Also, that is public holiday, Farmers' Day. Ball into the box, too much for the chest, but still retention. This is good pressure from the Black Stars. Ali Duseidu. What they need now is to just get a goal at least and reduce the deficit. Play from Kudus. He seems to be the one who wants it more for the Ghanaian side so far from the 11. Oh, that does not look too good. Looks like there was a trailing boot that came through. Referee allows play to go on. Physical play coming through, and the referee has to take charge of this match. Daniel Sabit. It all started with the Ghana player who's down there. To be interesting to see what could have happened to Ali Duseidu. Vecino with the ball. Vecino coming in as the only change so far for this match.
Okay, so
I think he was too close to stamping him. The intention was there, but he's very lucky that he's come out of that situation.
The camera should be okay. Then they went through Suarez situation. But
you were in Soccer City in 2010 when Uruguay beat Ghana 4-2 on post-match penalties.
Yeah.
This many had set it up as a perfect revenge time for the Black Stars, but it's good to see that nothing really will see Ali Duseidu being substituted. Certainly, this Ghanaian supporter is saying it might end 3-2. Good predictions there. We don't have the
like
octopus like in 2010, but maybe that's the type of confidence that the Black Stars supporter there has, that it will end 3-2. Impossible is not, nothing is impossible in football. Suarez.
Like I said, we still have 45 minutes to go, and Ghana has.
What has been Andre Ayew has been taking the penalties.
Very take off penalties, and he's been the one who's done it. You know, he's again very smart in doing that. This is not something dramatic, but they'll create it. You know, and
Thomas Partey invited there by Varela. Chance for Uruguay. Georgie, one of them on the ball, and so is Valverde. Nunes want to boss himself around in that box. The 1.87 meters Uruguay deep in the box. So let's see what they make from this set-piece situation. We're playing seconds before the end of the first half here, with Uruguay leading by 2-0. Not a comfortable lead, too many will tell you. Kept alive by Suarez. Being closed down by Williams. Gets a pair of corner it is. Oh, it's actually a goal kick. He's very livid about that decision. He thought he had actually won it, but the final ball off Suarez.
it was clever from him. I mean, I think in this situation, he was.
At this stage offering very little resistance at the continuous attacks that are coming through from Uruguay.
This is not the Ghana we saw against Korea, especially. And so they will have to. The first half is almost over. They need to get back and reorganize themselves.
8 minutes of additional time here. Good time for the Black Stars to get something heading to the halftime break. Overlap from Ali Duseidu. I've not seen so much from the other side of the Ghana defense from Baba Rahman.
Not really. It's not really attack. They've rather attacked from that end. Very much. Uruguayans have attacked from there. Remember the goal that was scored? Again, they're going through that area.
It's a good attack now, hoping to bring in across with Varela. Trouble for Lawrence Atizigi. Partey, heavy touch. So first they put everyone forward. Sergio must be able to bring back the pressure yet again into the Ghana half. That's how Ghana have collapsed in the after their first goal. Something that many will start debating and thinking about the technical abilities of this Ghana side. Relatively young, I must add.
I think after the penalty miss from the captain, the spirit went down a bit. And then, of course, immediately after that, they scored. And then the second goal came. And so it seriously can put you down as a team. But I think all is not lost. They need to get themselves together, especially in the second half.
But what's important for Ghana right now is to get a goal before the halftime break and hope to build on that. Unless they put up and muster up and put up an act like what we saw from the Japanese, who, despite being down, come out strong in the second half. We saw them yesterday. They played against Spain and also in the game against Germany. Where second half really they come running and put a pressure on the opponents, resulting in them suffocating them and not giving them chance to play. Atizigi. Too slow was Ayu. He was ball watching there. Out they come now. Valverde. Nunes. Valverde again caught for the ball. Varela. There's a block. They keep pushing and knocking. The more they do it, the more they become comfortable. Second ball now, hoping for a cross here. And too much. Was hoping to keep it in play. Julemo Varela. Diego Alonso now must be feeling very pleased with what has come through. Throw in taken for Ghana. Now they can't even string 1-2 passes before Uruguay get it away from them. Retention of possession really doing very good with Matias Vecino. He's really brought stability since coming in.
I've got a good midfield players. Control is really difficult now.
Jose Jimenez. Foul by Jordan Ayu. He claims he got the ball. He claiming he got both the ball and the player.
No, that's not true.
Oh, he actually didn't get the ball.
He didn't get the ball, that's what I mean. He didn't get the ball, so
yeah.
He said he got the ball, and I said no.
Let's see how they take this one. Already we've played 4 minutes of the fourth additional time here. And Uruguay, Valverde whips in one into the box, header, and no one from the Ghanaian side was closing down the hornets.
Situations like that, you must be tied to your man. He was able to get the ball in the air alone. He wasn't challenged, and that is not too good.
Kick out from the Ghana half. Really pushing, knowing that things can just change when it's 2-0. Take now by the Ghanaian defense, and there's something there that may just invite some trouble for the attention of the referee. But again, like we keep singing, always very good in terms of actors, these players. But now let's take a look at its second angle now.
What do you think?
Okay,
he was protecting.
They showed that challenge that was legal from Daniel Amate. He came up against Pelistri.
This can't be a foul.
There's one in the Pelistri is Daniel Seibert, the German macho visual. So Pelistri, the 20-year-old, plays for Alaves in the Spanish La Liga. Nunes hoping to boss and put up his imposing figure ahead of the Ghanaian defenders. Ayu. Pate. Salisu. Crossfield to Daniel Amate. Ghana really have to push the ball into the Uruguayan half. Long ball from Thomas Partey. And we take it out for a throw in and leaving nothing to chance with Sebastian Coites. Throw by the Black Stars. How you not given space every time he's got the ball. About 2 players just charging and closing down on him and making it difficult. Nicely nicked away by Uruguay, but they'll get too close to the Black Stars. Last seconds we're playing of this match in the first half. Earlier, Ghana rethink about every ball meant for Ayu the better, because it seems you will not see so much of the ball. But again, the question is, who can rise up and be able to take up that role that Ayu is playing in terms of not being fed? And too much. That
think
or Inaki Williams.
question you asked, teams have shown a lot in terms of how, if we want to attack, who is more likely to be in, and it's shown it. And if they're not able to reach Daddy Ayew, then maybe they should be looking to reach Kudus, who can take the players on.
Header from Partey. Touch on from Nunes. Black Stars are becoming second to every situation in the area of ball. So a penalty missed by Jordan Ayew, rather Andre Ayew, and pressure now will be on the Black Stars captain Sergio Rochet, saving that one, and the 2 goals from Georgian making the difference. Let's confirm it at halftime. It's the Black Stars 0 and the Blue Sky 2.
quarter, and clearly they've been the better side in this 45 minutes. And Giorgio Arrascaeta, who plays for Flamengo in Brazil, has scored 2 goals, scored all the 2 goals within a space of 4 minutes. And apart from scoring 2 goals, I think Uruguay have created better opportunities and could have been more. From Paul, let me come to you. This is a game that Ghana have not played compact. Most of the 50-50 ball they've given away. They had a penalty. I thought the occasion was huge. Unfortunately, big players, big penalties on big occasions. But generally, I think Uruguay have played better.
Yeah, I think Uruguay deserved the lead. They took their chances really well, and I think that the penalty missed by Dede really took a toll on the team. It was psychologically very difficult for the team to recover from that, and it was really painful to watch as a Ghanaian because we don't want to go back to South Africa 2010, and at the moment that's where it looks like we're heading, and it's such a shame because the guys they've played really well in this tournament, but it's just the first half. And in the second half, hopefully the coach made some changes because we do need some fresh legs to come into the team and change things around. And hopefully, the players will come inside in the second half and change the game for Ghana.
But Abubakar, is your view that we need some fresh legs? So are you looking at Kofi Tre, who is played quite well in the build-up to the World Cup, and even when he came on, he is on the bench. And I don't know, because at this stage, only victory would ensure qualification for Ghana. And I'm not sure whether you think that people like Che or Bukari, who came on and scored the other goal, definitely there must be some changes.
Well, the writer is not just only about introducing fresh legs.
Right.
It's all about our tactical awareness and tactical behaviors.
Okay.
2 preventable goals. It's not as if we played that badly. We just needed to be strategic.
Okay.
And I'm very, very optimistic that in the second half, if we change our behaviors, we can also score some goals. But granted, yes, we might need some fresh legs, but then we just have to change our behaviors on the pitch and be more proactive.
Yeah. John, it looks like you are having a greater part of possession. They're winning the 50-50 balls, and you'll have to talk about the pocket passes. They're getting all that through. Suarez is getting his passes through. 2 assists from him, and it doesn't look like the team is playing as compact, especially in central defense, as they did in the first 2 games against Portugal and Korea.
You're right. I think our first 2 matches we played was solid. The team were so compact, more disciplined, taking their defensive structures very well. But now looking at this game, we needed only draw. But what we would have done is to sit down and wait for those counter-attacks that we're looking for. We set a trap like we did the two matches, and then we were looking so fantastic. But now, here's the case that we allowed the Uruguayans to take the game to us. They did take the game to us. We open up, and 1 pocket pass beat us. And we have considered 2 goals from Korea.
Yeah,
in the same area.
That's right. Sorry, but
our defenders are being ball watching.
So we see Kamaldeen and Bukari warming up. We go straight to the venue for the second half.
to the Al Janabu Stadium here in Qatar for this Group H concluding match. And of course, even as we head into the second half, with Ghana trailing by 2-0 against Uruguay, a double substitution has been made by the Black Stars, who have brought in Osmani Bukari and Kamaluddin Sulimana for the Ayu brothers, Andre Ayu and Jordan Ayu. So the captain's armband quickly moves to Thomas Partey. As we welcome you for this second half, Matimba Konja alongside me, Black Stars former captain and coach Charles Akimo Sike. Now Sike, just before the start of the second half, Bukari introduced and so is Kamaluddin. What do they bring into this evening's match?
They are all sort of an attacking players, and so I'm believing that Ghana is down by 2. They need to attack. They need to show more in the offensive line, and I think that's why they are.
But it's also a chance for Bukari and Sulimana to stake their claim. Many a times it's always been in terms of the Black Star setup been formed around the Ayu brothers. Chance here! Oh, just a little touch on that board. I've changed the direction from Muhammad Kudus was laking in the box there. What good claim of the opening seconds and minutes would have been for the Black Stars.
That's a good sign in the early minutes of the game. And I think maybe Kudus was offside, a little bit ahead of an area where it looks like it's offside. But he's the one always to show. If there's anything at all in our attacking line, he's the one who's been showing it.
Goalkeeper Sergio Rochet is good to go, but Kudos getting closer, so that's a confirmation. Jordan Ayu on the right, the young of the Ayu brothers. On the left, Andre Ayu. Both have been substituted. The sons of the former Black Stars captain and great maestro, Benny Pele. Attack for the Black Stars. It was a bold decision by Otto Adu to take off the two brothers. Just in the recent past, it's always been where you started and Jordan Ayu coming off the bench set for this match this evening. That was one of this. So Ghana with the next 45 minutes or so to force a draw and qualify. That was scored 2 goals. Outcome now, the Uruguayans are defending the goal on the right. Chase for the ball from Nunes. Cross manages to bring it through, and too much for Suarez, but does well to keep it in play. Chase of the ball from
Suarez.
From Suarez, really. Of course, these days on the wrong side of football age is Suarez, the 35-year-old. I reckon this may just be his last World Cup.
He's done so well for football.
Same similar style of play that we saw from the first half from these two sides, especially for Ghana, who look more offensive. Good recovery from Ali Dusaidou Partey, captain now, the Arsenal man. Pass for Thomas Partey, looking for options. For the defense now, looking for a cross here. Nicely floated in, but again, the numbers not complementing well for Ghana to connect that one. But that was a good cross, and first true contribution coming through from Osman Bukari. Turning the midfield now from Salisi Abdul. Too much.
I mean, it's better the way they're playing now than the first half. They seem to have some possession and in a way also to attack. Let's see what comes out.
If you're looking for the description of pressure, it's the face of Otto Adu. He was trainer scout for Borussia Dortmund in the German Bundesliga. straight to goalkeeper Sergio Roget. Naki Williams beginning to come more into the picture for the Ghana attack. It was interesting towards the end of the first half, we saw Naki Williams dropping down into the midfield, and
Kudus was rather on
top of the attack.
There must be a motive behind that, because in the previous games they played, Naki Williams was always on attack, and this time around it was the other way around.
Ball cleared out for a throw in. Drumming Uruguayan supporters dreaming big of a round of 60. Space created, but good recovery in blocking that ball. Ghana. Pate. He's going to lose possession there, and Stable going down there. Ali Duseidu. Which are really coming through from Matias Oliveira. Ghana really have to rush up things here now, because
they need to play with urgency.
Because if it goes on, it might just be problems for them if they have to get this match.
They need to be, play quick. Everything they're doing must as a result of an urgency.
So as we speak, the 5 African representatives, it's the Teranga Lions of Senegal, Morocco's Atlas Lions, that have qualified to the round of 16. Because tomorrow we'll be able to know. In fact, today we'll be able to know which teams would have also made through. But of particular interest also is the game that will be coming up later on, in which Brazil will be up against the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon in a must-win game for the Lions of Cameroon.
Another difficult match.
Rocked with a lot of balls. Andre Onana, the goalkeeper, sent back. This left the Cameroonian camp. It's checking through today. It was good to see Patrick Mboma, coach Rigobert Song, and Pekafoot president Samuel Eto'o just watching the final team's training session. But now here it's the Black Stars who have to restore parity at least and get a point from this match. Mistake in the midfield. Ghana really have to exploit these mistakes that are coming through, because they've come out somewhat good in the second half. Good ball in the box, but again, it's always difficult to control, and it's about the aerial dominance and presence that does come through.
The good thing with the Uruguayans, they defend in a very positive way. They defend as a unit. They're quick to get back and get the lines blocked. And so even though Ghana is now in the game like we all expected, it's still difficult for them to get through.
It's the weight that keeps coming here. And referee Save to have went with the players were always known for testing and congregating, and always want to come in numbers, they meet and to buy the referee to it. The history again, the guilty one. This is the second time we see the German match official having a word with him. Gotta be careful, he may be trading himself in very dangerous lines in terms of inviting a yellow card to be presented to him. Sebastian. Salisu on Suarez.
Suarez is, it's very, very clever. This was a very, very clever move from him. I think Salisu was a bit late in terms of getting to the ball, and
that's a lot of power is Luis Suarez, and now testing and challenging one of those two decisions maybe that we made before that. Luis Suarez hit the ground running when he joined Liverpool in the English Premiership. So now he's gone back to the private club in the Uruguayan League. It's Luis Suarez. Run, end up brought in. Cleared by the Black Stars. High boots. In fact, offside call was made from first assistant Seydou Yan. So eyes again on this man, Otto Adu. 10 minutes played in the second half here. Ghana to trail Uruguay by 2-0. The game's 2 scoreless between South Korea and Portugal. Again, we keep saying, should it stay this way, then South Korea and Ghana will be saying bye to the Qatar World Cup, and Portugal here and banged him straight to the body of Sergio Rochet. Was just been brought in.
It was a very good run from Amal Suleiman, and it is an effort. Unfortunately, he didn't get a ball. No, the Uruguayans will do all this in terms of wasting time and all that.
Now it's a goalkeeper, and as usual, they're very much protected species, so Central to take a bit of time to get us underway here. 1.90 meters tall goalkeeper. So played for Nambio in the local Uruguay league. 3 players for the Black Stars warming up, an indication that more changes will be made by coach Otto Ado. What the present will be for the Ghana Black Stars to qualify now here. Nunes. Just for a foul. Nothing given. Definitely Nunes here coming through. Not in any way to make Daniel Seipet, the match official, to make a decision of a penalty. But again, Ghana must be very careful, because as long as they continue doing that, those challenges that come through in the box, the Uruguayans are very good in terms of getting the advantage of match officials.
I'm sure they want to go.
So consultation for VAR here. And it might just be problems for the Black Stars on the verge of conceding a penalty here. There's a possible penalty. The way that defensive duty was done in keeping out that ball.
Nunes has always been a problem for the defenders to handle.
But again, Daniel Amate did not get, there was a slight contact at the tip of the boot there.
Yeah.
But overall, he was nowhere in stopping that ball. And so Darwin Nunes has got a right call that has been received now by the attention of the VAR coming in. So Seibet in consultation. Of course, the VAR room led by Seydou Yan. I beg your pardon, Duncan Bastian. Duncan Bastian is the VAR referee. No penalty. So let off the hook. Ado will claim that was a dive, but not important at this stage, because Ghana have to focus on pushing the ball forward.
But he touched the ball, just a bit though.
That's what made the difference. Just that slight touch.
If the ball is always put behind them, it's always be a problem for them to handle Nunes. It's very quick in that situation, and so you need to be careful.
No penalty there. Ghana survive. For how long they will be able to survive such situations, we'll wait and see. Presented an opportunity for what would have been the first goal. Osman Bukari. Party. Right from protestations. What a first book in the evening. Referee feeling enough is enough, and Suarez.
think he's got yellow card already. He's got a card on Valverde.
Suarez, which the refs for us as the captain protesting that decision that was made. Quarter of an hour played in the second half here. The match somewhat going into a lull in terms of chances not being created by both sides, and especially for Ghana, who have to up their game and get something started here in terms of their comeback, if at all it's going to work out. Block. Ball brought inside. Looking for the second ball deep into the box. Two players waiting for the Black Stars. Across field. Salisu. The introduction of Kari has really brought some pressure that has come through. And now with the new rules, once the ball hits the match official, it's going to be a drop ball, but the advantage still will be for the Black Stars, who are the ones with possession. For a cross. Sumana's cross blocked there. Teammates. Soumani playing club football for Rennes in the French League A. Is the 20-year-old jersey number 22 for the Black Stars. In fact, the decision going the other way around, and Chilemo Barrera will take time to take this throw in. They actually thought that the right back will be headed to Dinamo Moscow after this World Cup. So they're strong. He was linking him up with that move. And again, all eyes on Otto Addo. Consultation there with one of his lieutenants. This Otto Addo also played for Borussia Dortmund in the German Bundesliga. Out come the Black Stars. Now I might say the sky is black for Ghana, whereas for Uruguay, the sky is very blue. Sky blue for Uruguay, and of course Black Stars for the Ghana side.
Ghana is sort of in possession, very good keeping the ball, but they are not able to hit the Uruguay.
First appearance for the Black Stars at this 2022 World Cup. 10th appearance for Uruguay, who qualified from the qualification zone. In the case of the Black Stars, they have to go via a play-off against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And this one, the keeper did not make any move in terms of getting closer to the ball. And Kamaldini.
It was a very good ball from Kamaldini. I mean, he put the ball at an area where should anybody get in properly earlier would be very good for them, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Maybe a little bit on the wider side.
And I have to seize every other opportunity, even a half chance into a goal. Amate. Giving away the ball for Uruguay. He's invited into it and easily voting. Matias Oliveira with the throw for the Uruguayan side. Tested some club football with Albacete. Edge of the box now. That ball seemingly was not expected from the Black Stars defense. For Ali Seydou Nunes. Menziran, trouble here for Ghana. Oh, that was close to have been goal number 3 for Uruguay. Short passing game deep in the Ghanaian half.
And that was a quick play, double pass, and that was dangerous. And very good effort from team effort. made the necessary effort, but they didn't get it.
So, a rousing applause here for Luis Suarez as he exits. Edson Cavani, the 35-year-old, coming in as the second change. Suarez, I guess it's about the business has been done and dusted here. Cavani, 35-year-old Valencia player, comes in. Pelistri also has been taken off. Nicolas de la Cruz from River Plate in Uruguay. I know many will remember River Plate for the team in the Brazilian league. There's actually River Plate, one of the local sides in the Uruguayan league.
Okay. They all carry the same name.
So Luis Suarez, no goal for the former Ajax Amsterdam man. He exits on his 137th appearance for the Uruguay national team, and no extension to the goals of 68. Ghana better be watching their rush of blood in terms of tempers, because that will just destroy and disturb what they're trying to conjure up here.
Yeah, they're good in doing that. What is good about Uruguay, they defend very well. They play without the ball a lot. When they don't have the ball, they well organized and put themselves in a situation where it's always difficult for the Ghana team.
Again, today taking the ball. One will probably be fancying himself that in 2010, where he was part of the Ghana team, would have 20-0 in 2006 in Germany. Black Stars matches in the 2006 World Cup in Germany.
He must be young as a journalist.
Seven up here and them were part of the Black Stars side. Another ball now for the Black Stars. Throw in it is. Better continue doing this because anything and everything can give at this stage for the Black Stars. Just one goal can just change the whole thing here. Corner it is. Good pressure.
Very good effort from the Ghanaian team.
So let's see what they make of this corner that is coming through. Massive support that this Ghanaian team has got here. Corner here. Sergio is not very convincing when it comes to his movement to the ball, and Pate almost putting that one in the back of the net.
It was a good corner kick taken by Baba Rahman. Oh.
So Portugal and Uruguay qualify. So things remain as is at the end of these two games. What a sad story to be for the Black Stars, who only needed a point or a draw. Now in a team that had not scored any goal from the last two previous matches, to score 2 against them, get the 3 points and sneak in on 4 points. Throw in for Uruguay. Edson Cavani. Good from Cavani. Space, even as the Ghanaian defense is being split. Oh, nutmeg. Good chance now for a cross, cleared out by Thomas Partey. Shot from Raj. Good save by Atizigi. It was a good strike, but good reaction from Lawrence Atizigi.
Well, Valverde is known in doing these things and long-range shots, and Atizigi was there. It was a difficult one, I think. A very good work from Atizigi. But of course, Valverde did a good job.
Shot that came through from Valverde. Good shot, good save from The St. Gallen goalkeeper, Lawrence Atizigi, plays football in the performance, although goalkeepers rarely get a lot of attention for teams to take them on. May just attract one or two teams to probably take him to the bigger leagues in Europe. Atizigi.
He's done well. I mean, his progression has been very good. He's done so well in the Swiss league for his team, and why not?
On in the midfield, gets a better of one, looking for a shot on goal. Shots! Oh, they have to keep trying, and Kudus yet again will be the man that may just get this Black Stars team a goal.
He's a very strong guy. When he has the ball, he's very strong on the ball. It's very difficult to put him off the ball, and a very good effort. I mean, nothing is really happening, and so he is taking the risk to make the attempt, and it was good. Good effort.
He's certainly one for the future. Muhammad Kudus, even as Sergio Rochet almost gave away the ball. One would have been picked up. But speaking of which, Kudus really one that has had everyone talking. Change for Ghana being introduced, double substitution. Anthony Semenyo is coming in. Number 25, Nake Williams exits. Williams out as third change. So Semenyo coming in, and so is another change that sees the introduction of Daniel Kofi. So Daniel Kofi, in place of Kofi Chero in place is one of the two changes. Out goes Naki Williams. Baba Rahman. Surprise decision in terms of the inclusion of Baba Rahman in place of Lamptey. That already showed that the Ghanaian side was straight going into a defensive mode as opposed to being offensive. Good track back by the newly introduced Semenyo Anthony. Two local players in this Ghana side for the Qatar 2022 World Cup. "17 minutes here Ghana have in the face of victory, defeat, or qualification to the next round of the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Cleared from the back. That ball going out when they could get something with Osman Bukari. Oh, they'll keep drumming and singing for the Black Stars. Spread clear out of the ball from the defense. It's about to whom it may concern from Jose Jimenzi. And again, focus continues on Otto Addo. It was the Black Stars chief scout in 2013. And here it must be about qualification to the next round for Diego Alonso. He's stint with Yunam Pumas in the Mexican League. He's the current coach of this Uruguayan side. The big boot forward. The player down for the Uruguayan side. Play will still continue. And I'll quickly have to bring it back into the Uruguayan half. To always think forward, move forward now. Space created here. Go with Baba Rahman. Looking for a cross with Bukari. Good block. It was actually Suleiman, I beg your pardon. Very lively since coming in, this 20-year-old Madini Suleimana on this left flank. So interested in this corner is Daniel Amate. Corner taken, headed away by the Uruguayans. Missed, shot from range. Sticking to the feet of Daniel Amate. Slowing down things even as more numbers come into attack. Recovery for Ali Duseidu, the Clermont defender. Janabu Stadium has really not been an easy hunting ground for this 2022 World Cup for the African teams. Cameroon were beaten 1-0 by Switzerland at this same venue. Tunisia were beaten by Australia at this same venue. The best result so far for the African teams has been a 3-0 draw between Cameroon and Serbia. Atizigi off guard, blocking Urubi. That was a good thought, but Atizigi had it well covered. Federico Valverde again, known for those long drives. Well, the curtains slowly but surely closing in on the African dream for the Black Stars in terms of their quest to qualify to the round of 16.
I think in this tournament, if not 1, 2 African countries should be able to do well and go very, very far in this tournament. In the coming World Cup or the next World Cup as well. I think it's a very big chance for Africans to also come out.
Ghana really have to rush up things. I think the body language suggests that they've given up on this one.
It's just the way the Uruguayans defend. They're very good. They have the ability to do that, you know, and they are also very tough team.
Amazing run. Dami was good. Good Dami. Was to see where to place the ball. High ball in the box, but good head as well. But giving chance to connect that one. Good chest control. Composure at the back. Suleiman has been a good introduction for the Black Star side. Now, a chance! And a grenade it have been for Antoine Semenyo.
I think a very good option for him. He was able to run free from his opponent, and it's just a matter of direction and where the target. Where he was hitting, I think it went on the wider side.
Uruguay survived from that Antoine Semenyo. So he scored 1 goal so far for the Black Stars in 5 appearances, and just how it would have meant for these Black Stars supporters.
He's done well. He's one of the guys who, the new guys who got called into the national team.
So Nunes has been taken off as the 5th and final change. And so is the 2-goal hero. For substitution, Rubio Augustine has come in. So is Gomez, Maximiliano Gonzalez, Transposmo player who has come in, plays football in the Turkish league. Yes, at this stage, it looks like it's all but done in terms of the business for this Uruguayan side, with 10 minutes beginning to throw in defensive-minded players. Back pass to Atizigi. talk about Edson Cavani, is a player that came to the prominence in the 2007 Under-20 World Cup. Uruguay were alongside African representatives. Zambia then in 2007 was Edson Cavani's Uruguay. Look now, chance to take a shot here. Shot taken and a good save by Sergio Rocher. This is what Ghana needed to have been doing in the first half. That was a good strike that came through. He had his laces wrapped up around this one.
A very good attempt at goal, and the goalkeeper was there. Did a very good save.
Ghana have to get a goal. It will always be Muhammad Kudus, who has scored 2 goals so far in this World Cup. Corner comes through. That was a good strike from Muhammad Kudus. 9 minutes, counting down to 8.
Yeah. In an area where there are a lot of people, for him to make that attempt, it was good.
Goalkeeper really just a slight tip of the ball making the difference, because it was headed for goal. Second, or rather, throw in for the Black Stars. One deep into the box, headed out, only just. Pressure from the Black Stars in these closing stages. Kudus goes for a handball, not given. Throw in for the Black Stars.
Kudus has always been the game changer for the team. I mean, anything good for Ghana is the one to do it. Our boy is destined to be a star. Because I know him from his childhood when he started. You can always say it. He's a good guy. He's destined to be a big player.
Oh, I might just see him in the English Premiership. If what we've heard is anything to go by with the Chelsea scouts who are here in the stadium. Very much interested. Currently enjoying his football with the Dutch Eredivisie side Ajax Amsterdam. 21 appearances for the Black Stars with 6 goals. That's a good retention. Throw in with Matias Oliveira. What was dubbed to be the ultimate grudge match, part 2, 12 years later, still seeing the dominance, the likely win by the Uruguayan side. Match 2, take 2 of Ghana versus Uruguay. Herrera will take time to be upstanding. Ado now looking and relishing at the prospect of an early exit on the tournament. The other side is opposite Diego Alonso.
There's been too much talk on this 2010 issue with Ghana and Uruguay. As it stands now, they're still going ahead. They're winning. Maybe mentally.
That's one thing really, the mental fortitude was not really seen by this Ghanaian side in getting to this evening's match. 6 minutes we have here. Still pressing for yet another goal is
But I think I compared to what they did in the first half, Ghana sort of a bit better in terms of keeping the ball and aggression. They've shown more, but still not enough, to carry the day. Uruguayans have worked as a team. As a unit, they are quick to defend, and they do it very, very well. The strikers are defending, the attackers are. The defenders are also defending very well, positively, and he's also.
Does not look too good. There's an injury concern there for Cameroon, rather for the Uruguayan player. Sumana, the guilty one there. Congo are down to South Korea. So if it stays out this way, it means that Uruguay will be out, and so is Ghana. Korea will qualify, and that's the worried faces you're seeing on the subs bench for the Uruguayan side. Now, 3 against 2. Selfish, should have released the ball there.
Maybe.
There were 3 players there who he needed to release the ball.
He was smart in doing that.
The stage, Sumana. So South Korea have taken the lead. Well, there's a caution here for Sebastian. To the ref's book. So the earlier booking for Sulmana. Like they were going to the round of 16, but slowly the dream, the prospect, and just be them and Ghana going back. And pressure now beginning to creep in for Diego Alonso. So it's not good to leave it until the last match day. Cross comes through and goal kick. I think it's all about them praying for Portugal to score 1, unless otherwise Uruguay also be taking the flights back home. Suarez especially, this may just be the last World Cup, so they feel walk around the pitch yesterday for Thomas Müller for the Germans. They exited the tournament. Left it too little, too late. Ghana now, good ball. Exactly what should have been done earlier. Chance to take a shot. Sulumana was calling for it, but that was a poor pass that came through. Well, it is that hairstyle reminds me of Diego Forlan in the past years of the Uruguayan side. On the left, looking for a cross to come through. Brought in Sanchez, and a good save by Florence Atizigi. Top drawer save, tipping it over the bar. Oh, he's suddenly proving to be Ghana 1. Offside calls made, but Florence Atizigi taking it out.
Of course, the effort was done very well, but my worry is that he didn't land very well. He landed on his leg, on his head, sorry. And very good effort, very good save, very good anticipation. On his head, and that is the danger part.
Oh, that's a top drawer save. Team medics attending to Florence Atizigi. Seconds before the end of the match here. We had 8 minutes in the first half that was given as extra time, additional. And for Luis Suarez, the team may just be another disappointing participation in the World Cup.
It's not looking too good for Ghana. As it stands now, I mean, I don't know how many minutes will be added.
Ghana need to just score 2 goals and that can just put up some interesting, as was the case in the first half. Atizigi. The same way they are doing right now in the first half.
The first half was not. We didn't look. Ghana didn't look organized in terms of. The goal difference. So just 2 goals can change everything for the Black Stars here. A good cross without it's from the.
to the Uruguayan player. And Salisu. Keeper Sergio Rochet. Now decision against Captain Thomas Partey, scorer in the two-legged decider against the Super Eagles of Nigeria for them to qualify to this World Cup. Good header by Salisu. Twice now, he's come too close to 29. Uruguay now, Lombo, Bukari. Waits for support. Chance here, good block. Follow up, offside flag up from the far right. It's beginning to turn out to be end-to-end stuff here. And now, nothing in terms of a penalty appeal by Edson Cavani. Tough man, this one, Daniel Seibert, the German match official. Cavani pleading and meaning that should have been a penalty. Let's look at it. Different angle.
No. They were all on a run and, you know, he didn't really actually kick. Oh, no. It will be too easy.
He did this 12 years ago in terms of the appeal. Suarez. This World Cup so far has presented a red card to the coach for the South Korean side, Paulo Bento. He's watching in the stands as his team is playing against Portugal. I wonder which national anthem he stood for, because it's Portuguese. Portuguese coach in South Korean side, coming up against his own country in terms of Portugal. As we speak, are trailing 2-1, straight to goalkeeper Atizigi. 3 of 5 of additional time played so far. Worried faces, pressure on the Uruguayan fans. Early exits on the horizon for this Uruguayan side. Partey. Getting there. He's fight for the ball. Cross brought in. Headed, chested nicely. Shots! Good block. Just putting themselves in the line and not allowing that show now. Partey. A rather soft fall from the Ghanaians. And out come now Uruguay. Shot on goal. Good save by Atizigi.
That was good.
Oh, he's commanding and getting confidence, this Atizigi, as the tournament goes on. It'd be nice to see him in the round of 16. That is it 5 minutes. Is it 4 minutes that Ghana have to muster up something here?
Very good attempt, long range shot. It's a very difficult one, but Atizigi anticipated very well. And, what would be, should Uruguay score more goals? Would he make any change? I don't think so. I don't know. But
just how that penalty for Ghana would have changed things here as we speak. It's always good to convert chances or opportunities that are presented or created.
To make it simple, Ghana just needed a draw, isn't it? Just a draw. Yeah.
Make life very difficult for themselves, Ghana. Shot! Good save by Sergio. Goalkeepers really have served up some good saves here. Pressure now. The whole technical bench almost for Ghana is upstanding, and so are the subs. Getting excited there, and great chip from Baba Rahman. 3 minutes here. It's turning out to be more like a cup final here. But who wants it more? Baba Rahman.
Oh, again.
Second time. 2 mistakes by the raiding player, Baba Rahman. Now here, this could be some trouble. A goal kick for Ghana. They can't wait, they can't watch. It's too much.
Yeah, I think we'll have to say about this. I mean, the situation where I think it's supposed to be a corner. Sorry, an overkick.
For Luis Suarez, it may just be the last time we've seen him at the World Cup. As a miracle does happen. Again, it's all about the destiny somewhat to be decided by Portugal. He has stopped here. Substitution for Ghana. We're bringing in Abdul Fattah Sahaku, the Sporting CP, 18-year-old. 14th appearance now is coming in for the Black Stars this evening. He made his debut on the 9th of October 2021, the youngster, originally from Dreams FC in Ghana. Oh, seconds, I doubt if you even have a touch on the ball. Abdul Fattah, it's maybe more of just saw the caps or the appearances in terms of him in the Ghana shirt come through. Drive now, seconds we're counting here. Atizigi calls and collects. So then it's about Uruguay, unfortunately winning but going out of the FIFA World Cup. Accompanying them will be the Black Stars of Ghana. Corner. It's actually a goal kick, so says the referee, and 8 minutes already played here. So unfortunately, CK, looks like your beloved Ghana will be going back to Ghana. No more advancement in terms of the round of 16.
Yeah,
when they all needed just a draw to qualify.
Yeah, I think from the early minutes where they had a penalty, I think from there they started struggling. Afterwards, they conceded 2 quick goals, and it's unfortunate. They had a lot of hopes. From where they progressed from the first match into the second match, it was very good. But of course, Uruguay has shown great quality in terms of team organization, a good plan, how to, make it through, and they've also, unfortunately, also lost to qualifying for the next stage.
Not here looking for Ali to say it won't count because Ghana will not be going through, unless otherwise with this chance again. So a few moments ago, Luis Suarez really summing it up in terms of the disappointment for this sky blue side failing to advance to the round of 16. Set piece straight to Atizigi. Will not be disappointed with his performance, Atizigi. And so the final whistle has come through here, and it's Ghana and Uruguay were bombed out of this Qatar 2022 World Cup. Heartbreak for the Black Stars, who just needed a draw here to make it to the round of 16. Diego Alonso thought that his team had done enough. And now the Uruguayan players led by Edson Cavani, a yellow card for Edson Cavani, protesting this is unsportsmanship behavior, trying to accosting the German match official. This is some serious indiscipline that is being exhibited by these Uruguayan players here. Barrera had a game of his life, but like they say, too little, too late. Leaving it late there. If there's a team that has disappointed in this match where they needed a draw most, should be the Black Stars. They were very close, yet it has turned out to be far for them to make a round 16 qualification or berth in this 2022 tournament. So full-time score here, it has ended Ghana 0, Uruguay 2. Congratulations to the two teams that have qualified. Tough luck for Ghana and Uruguay.